Hello YouTube, welcome back to Homestead. My name is Ben and I'm here on our off-grid property in the mountains of Virginia. Last episode, I wrapped up the first gable wall on the solar shed project. This one is very complex because it had all these penetrations for vents and things like that. And it took me a long time to do, several trips actually. But my goal for today, just the half day of work, for the rest of the day, I'm hoping to knock out this wall. It should be a lot easier because there's none of those tiny little penetrations. There's a door and a window, none of which, based on my calculations, should fall on the inside center of a panel. The panel should all be notched out, C-shaped, basically, so multiple panels can come in at opposing directions around these penetrations. So, if I can knock that out today, I guess tomorrow's progress will be a surprise to me and you because I don't know what else I need to work on. So stick around. You'll get to watch me work on the siding. Chickens. Come on, chickens. Let's go home. It's the next day up on the mountain. It's 32 degrees. My fingers are already getting numb and I'm barely set up. I have these corner pieces of trim that need to go up the wall on all four corners of the building. But it's going to be a bit tricky because I can't cut them square at the end. If you see up there, one side will be square, but the other side has to go up and then accommodate the 412 pitch, which is 18.4 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Stick around. Well, I'm hoping to rent a trenching machine tomorrow. It's a walk-behind implement that'll go down 32 inches. That should be plenty for all of my water lines, gas lines, and electrical lines. I do need to go buy some plumbing supplies, piping, PVC pipe, and conduit. So I'm gonna cut it short today so I can go buy all that stuff, but I am gonna do one more work day. It's gonna be pretty cold, but once the sun comes out, I feel like I'll be able to get back into my swing of things. One trick I've learned is when you're dealing with flexible piping like PEX or poly, it's better to leave it out in the sun for a few hours so it can get soft. It's already afternoon, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll this stuff out, and then when I come back tomorrow, hopefully it should be a bit more straight. Just got all the pipes I needed for the trenching project. I'm about to show you how to cram all this stuff in a Prius. The Prius can fit 10-foot material all the way up to the glass. I just got back to the property with this trenching machine. Pretty easy drive. It's pretty much maxing out the towing capacity of this Ford Ranger. It's a kind of a fake pickup truck. Doesn't really have all of the flexibility that a real truck has, but it can pull around 3,000 pounds. So I'm gonna try to unload this. This will be my first time cranking up this machine and running it. So let's see how it goes. I'd like to test out this machine pretty far from any sort of obstructions because I don't want to risk damaging anything until I get used to the machine, how it performs, how fast it moves side to side, how it digs, things like that. So there's a 10-foot trench I need to put here. Do you see this little ring in the ground? This is just a scrap of PVC I shoved in there yesterday. That represents the end of the stubbed out PVC pipe that the septic tank installer was nice enough to put in for me. That way I wouldn't have to deal with the penetration to the tank. When I build the house, all I would have to do is tie in to that pipe. I believe it's a 4-inch pipe, so I grabbed one of those from Lowe's yesterday. It's in my car. But what I want to do, since I have the machine, I want to extend it another 10 feet. I'll have to glue a coupling onto it, but that should be pretty easy. The reason I want to do that is because I might want to fence off this area once I start getting the garden and stuff going. So by extending this another 10 feet, it means I can keep the trenching to a minimum around this area in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started now. That worked really well. I do need to dig out a bit because I was afraid to get too close to the existing pipe, but once I do that, I should be able to glue the next pipe. This little cap is the inspection port for the septic tank. That piece of rigid foam sticking out represents the edge of the septic tank right on top of the pipe that comes out with it. So as you can see, these three are in a perfect alignment because the pipe starts there and then it ends there with a new pipe extension that I added. All of that is 4-inch PVC, which is sufficient for everything above one bathroom. You only want to use 3-inch based on my research if you only have one bathroom. Let me take you over here to the next dig. Right here there's a Y which splits two sources going down to the septic tank. One of them being this shed. The other one is going to have a 10-foot pipe over there with a clean out in case anyone with a camper ever wants to pull up here. I wanted to get the clean out away from the front door because you can see that junction would be right under a front porch if we had a porch. So I'm going to extend it 10 feet out over here. That's roughly aligned with the edge of the shed. And then that'll keep any sort of smells or maintenance away from the door. So I'm going to start digging that now and see if I can glue those fittings today. was only about 10 feet from the wellhead when this thing fell apart. The whole, I guess you would call it some sort of gear or cog that this chain wraps around and also holds the little auger thing in place, came off. 3 of the bolts are missing. I just have to go bring this back. Hopefully I can come up with a deal with them because I didn't get my full day's rental. So I'm gonna pack this up, try to strap it down so the parts don't fall off. So I'm gonna go return it.
2 hours later.
Well, I just got back to the property with the other trenching machine that company offered me. They're giving me a few extra hours because of the hassle, but it turns out that all the bolts sheared right off. So I'm not sure if it was a pre-existing condition or if it's something that I did, but I was very, very slow. It probably took me, I don't know, 1 to 2 hours to do the like 80 feet or so that I did. So I'll just continue being as careful as possible and try to knock out as many trenches as I can while I have time with this machine. So if you guys have been watching this build series from the beginning, you'll know that I did my best to place as many conduit sleeves as I thought would be useful for the future. Unfortunately, these PVC conduit sleeves might be too small for this big poly line. If it fits, then great. I can put a big coil of it through the utility room over to the pressure tank. If it doesn't fit, I'm gonna have to splice it with a joint underground. That'll be a barbed fitting in the poly that adapts it to PEX. I'm not sure if I'll need 3/4 or 1-inch PEX, but I'm not gonna worry about that until I at least test this poly to see if it fits. So let's see what happens. All right, everyone. This long trip got longer because I had to return the machine and get a new one. That wasted about an hour and a half of my day. Otherwise, I probably would have been done in time for dinner. I'm about to catch the sunset here, so I'm just going to show you guys what I've done, because in the morning I need to get up here to the property, switch vehicles to the truck, return this thing, get back here, get my Prius, get back to South Carolina. This trench here goes to the garden. It has a 3/4 inch PEX and a 12-2 wire. It's about 100 feet, and if there's any electricians watching this, I'm sure you would agree that 100 feet is a bit too far for 20 amp, but 15 amp I believe should be fine. It's probably only 90 feet anyway. There's a bunch of extra slack coiled up. Behind me here is the main for the water supply. That white PVC pipe coming out of the ground is our well. The well pump is down in that hole somewhere. I have this really thick poly line. It's been so long since I bought it, I don't even remember how big it is. I think it's 1.25 inches. All of those go into these little conduit sleeves that I left through the concrete. I'm very happy that all of this stuff fit. Not only do they fit, but each water line has its own 12-2 wire going in the same conduit to keep things organized. The well does have 12-2. It's a Grundfos pump, which is supposed to have some sort of slow startup, so it's not going to draw a higher amperage starting up like other well pumps would. So that's why 12 gauge wire is fine. I have 12 gauge wire down in the well casing as well. Let me jump over this hill real quick. Over here, I couldn't capture this on video because my GoPro memory card got full. I have a few 45-degree bends in this conduit. I have a smaller conduit sleeves coming through because this is actually for wire. I don't have to fit plumbing pipe through this. This one conduit should be plenty large enough for all of my PV wires, the DC wires coming from my solar panel array, which will be in this area here. This little snorkel looking thing is just a piece of pipe that I put over my 90-degree elbow just to keep any dirt out of it, because I forgot to buy a coupling to expand the conduit up above the ground. It basically just terminates at the 90, which is below ground level. I might also put the propane line in that trench, but that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down in the comment section. I'll see you next time here on Kind Heart Homestead. Bye.